It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Steelers and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And you see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 19 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still second down.
They'll look to throw here. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Brown goes in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Austin brings in the quick throw. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now run straight ahead with Warren. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A handoff for Warren. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Defense.
trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. And you got caught in between and created a foul.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They're going to look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second and 9 now. Out quickly to Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Browns first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. The Browns at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Open man, that's Tillman. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, it's Warren. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than
Still
that,
first
Brandon.
down.
That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got hit.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball is tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Browns set to take over. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 14. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll find Hall. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Sheldon Richardson showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now London Warren, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
You've got fan bases that wanted that. They're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage,
This is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out running around the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to float this one deep right side. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Chiefs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We saw a solid first half out of running back Jaylen Warren. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
They'll look to throw here.
At the 47-yard line.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
First down. Here we go. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Right back to Njoku. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tillman motions to the left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have the Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
The 7-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
They'll run it. Warren. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this will run awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's about as exciting in a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll set up to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Warren. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Warren will try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 9.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for a Browns. 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Now back to throw. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that one.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, That's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he is going to have the Steelers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Completes to Njoku. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.